Well, hello there everybody, and welcome to another part in our Decisive campaign's Barbarossa Let's Play. We're going to see how we do here against the Bolsheviks, but I must say that things are getting more and more difficult as time goes on, and one thing that's happening is we're actually getting very bad relations with von Brauchitsch, which I don't want to have bad relations with. I definitely want him on my side. So we're going to try to not focus on that too much, and of course we need to take Riga. There is a lot here to take, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything. 282 to 200, actually we can get this down to 211, and use our SS division to mop up, hopefully. Attacken Sie! Alright, it looks like actually we retreated this time. That's not a good sign. It looks like the enemy is getting a little better at holding us off right now. So I'm going to try to see if we can hit this unit right here. I will send in everybody, including this tank unit of ours that is actually pretty badly damaged. Let's see what we can do. Nice. We actually broke the tank unit and got the other units to retreat. That's better. And I want to see if we can actually send in the SS unit. No, that's weird. I could have sworn that we didn't attack with them, but might be wrong there. And I'm going to see if we can move forward a few more units. Really like to hit Riga again, but it is a strong point, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a really hard point to take. We're still going to try to attack it, but they are defending pretty well in this area, I must say. So we're going to go ahead, pop back. There's not too much more we can do there. We could, however, do some damage to this tank unit. Let me grab this guy and see if I can cut off their units over here, and I also want to send some reinforcements to fight the tank unit in this sector. So let's see if we can attack. There's also a garrison here. I'm hoping we do well against it. But obviously, as time goes on, we get less and less men. We're losing men as we advance. So these attacks are not nearly as effective. And we actually just had one of our units retreat there. Yeah, it's getting a little bit scary, I think. Let's grab these reinforcements. What is going on here? Here we go. So some of our units here are totally out of ammo and totally out of supply. So we definitely need to do something about that. Our general is right here, already moved him, and I'm hoping that he's bringing supply over here to these units. But Kaunas, I don't see that +4 going into Kaunas. So this could be a complicated situation. We need to make sure to increase our supply lines. And having a bad relation with General Wagner of the trucks is worrying me. Because I believe he is the one that delivers all of the supplies. Let's see, can we attack? No, we just hit this area. Let's pop back, and let's see how we're doing in the center. This is an area where we can definitely advance a lot more. And one thing I'm going to do is get on either side of this general and see if we can't go ahead and start attacking him. Any dead Soviet general is a plus for me. First, I'm going to go ahead and try to hit this strong point that the enemy has. We'll take their general out first, though. I'm not even sure if we have enough. No, we do. Beautiful. We've got enough action points to go ahead and attack the general units. Beautiful. We got them to retreat, and obviously sending these generals back makes it harder for them to get supplies, which makes our job a lot easier. I'm going to see if we can actually hit this infantry unit here. We should be able to really fill the stack this time and hit them for quite a lot of damage. Let's go ahead. Go, boys! Yes! Oh, they're so close to retreating completely, or basically being broken. I'm going to move this tank forward, this infantry forward, and we're going to hit this strong point here. And we actually have a lot of units here in the center that can attack. I'm going to go just with the infantry and one tank, but we're being supported by the SS, and I think they should do a very good job. Not bad, guys. We got the enemy to retreat. I think we should keep moving forward, if that's an option. And we'll go ahead and attack this tank unit right here. Again, sending an SS unit in for this attack. Awesome. I want to make sure that general is basically hugging the troops here. Wow, look at that, guys. We're going to try to get that up to 300 and just make it a massive infantry assault. 400. Why the hell not? We're attacking with a bunch of infantry here. Come on! Nice. We actually managed to panic one of them, and another one retreated. And Minsk is open for business. I'm going to try to get our tank unit into Minsk here. We've got to get one of these units. There we go. Just one of those infantry units into Minsk is a huge plus. And that should help us tremendously. Move this tank unit. Move this tank unit as well. I don't think we're going to attack these guys. We just attacked them. Well, there we go. I don't know how an SDKFC is going to do against tanks. Probably not very well, but these guys are very, very low on morale, and we just broke and forced them to retreat. So that actually worked out pretty well for us. The attack must continue. See if we can hit these guys again. Sure can. I'm going to hit them with the SS. Very nice. So we're getting some nice attacks over here, guys. But there is a lot to do. There's a lot of work here. Just the amount of troops that the Soviets are actually able to muster is pretty amazing. 118 to 200. No, the odds are totally against us here. Let's see if we can bring someone else up. I don't even like this. Let's go ahead, hit them. 219. I'm going to try to get that up to 400, believe it or not. We could even get this up to 500. We could really stack the attack here because we're on so many different locations of the enemy here. And of course, they're going to retreat. They're not going to want to deal with that. And I'm going to see if we can go ahead and do some damage with these tank units. We've definitely gone a bit... We've overextended just a little bit, but I think it's worth it. Let's see how our cavalry does here. Not bad. Didn't make them retreat, but at the same time, we didn't really get wounded at all, so we'll accept that as a slight victory. Oh, yes. Everybody attack over the front! Awesome, guys. Badly damaging them in the center. And I'm hoping that that alone can grant us a nice victory here. But I can't say for certain. I'm going to try to move this tank back a little bit. And move these guys deeper into the swamp. If we can take Kiev from the north, I'll do it. Even though we're going to have to travel through some of the worst terrain. In this part of Russia, at least. Notice how I said in this part of Russia. There are worse areas, but the terrain here is all swamp and just isn't very nice. Nice. Force the enemy to retreat. We should be able to wipe this guy out entirely. I'm going to see if I can send in my Hungarian, or excuse me, my Romanian cavalry units. Glorious. We have broken them. So that's another enemy infantry unit that is broken. And we're just going to keep hugging the front here. I think most of you guys understand what I mean when I say hugging the front. I think we should just send 3 in here. And we should be able to break him. Wow, unbelievably actually survived, but we're going to keep attacking. We don't know when to stop. Keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Make sure that tank is in a nice position too. Alright, let's see. Beautiful. We're really pushing the stack here, guys, because we basically want to break these front lines that the enemy has set up. We're really weakening them, especially in the center, but in other areas, we're not managing to push them, especially in the north towards Riga. Let's see what we can do about this unit, because he's so close to breaking, so I'm going to send in one more guy to attack here. Okay, let's see. Glorious, we have broken him! If I can hit this tank unit, I will. It's not the greatest idea to hit a tank unit with infantry, but occasionally, especially if they're weak, it does work. So 185, let's see how our glorious infantry divisions do against these Bolsheviks. Not bad. Forcing them to retreat. And I'm going to be moving the same guys forward. No, I will not attack there. I'm not going to send our men into a death trap, and that's exactly what that is. Although if we can get some reinforcements here, I'm not sure if they're going to attack, because they're going up here on this hilly area, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be out of action points. We can try, though. Yeah, that's not going to work. We'll have to deal with that next turn. Alright, now we could take Odessa this turn, I believe. In fact, we could have our Romanian Guards Division take it. No, it's defended. I was really happy there for a second. That looked like an easy steal for me. I guess not, but that's okay. We're not going to fall for Odessa right away. I will take Pervomaisk, but I'm going to actually set up here along the entire front, because I feel that they're trying to get us to stack up on Odessa so that they can flank us. I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I'm not entirely taking the bait here. I'm sure these guys are going to be almost entirely out of action points. Yeah, if not totally out. Yeah, I'm not going to attack with one Romanian division. That's going to be murder. So we'll just keep them back for now. I will move this general up a little bit more, bring some supplies. And right now we just need to make sure that our generals are somewhat in range of our units, because we are losing quite a lot of resources, which we don't want to lose on this front. Although it is hard to get our, actual supplies to these units, because they are in very dangerous areas, I'll be honest. No, that's too big of a stack, but we should attack somebody with this stack. Let's see if we can attack this guy. Yes, we can. For that! Very nice. What the enemy's been doing is they've been pulling back every turn, so they haven't actually held the line. This might be the one turn where they try to hold the line, but if they pull back, see, they can start regaining some of these points. So they might just keep pulling back to Orsha, to these other lines. This looks like some sort of fortification here by Orsha. That's probably, or that's possibly what they're going to do here. And the one thing I am worried about are these guys that are totally out of fuel. This is a problem. Not a single unit can attack right now. Okay, well, what I am going to do is get these generals right up there with the enemies. Looks like they're out of fuel here. Some of them are out of fuel anyway. Can we attack these guys? I believe we can. We're going to go ahead and set in 3 divisions here. We should be able to wipe these guys out pretty easily. Although that's not going to help us too much. They're panicking. They've been cut off from their lines, essentially, but this isn't going to really help us. I mean, not really, anyway. And let's take a look at our decisions, guys. We'll make some decisions, and hopefully next turn we will be resupplied. So let's go to our RAP signaling AGN. Initial analysis has determined that there is a severe shortage of rail signaling equipment. I agree. I'm going to go ahead and adequate signaling is essential. And this is going to be 8 political points. So we've got 112. This is going to make General Gurki a little happy. And I think it's important. And let's see, Lipaja convoys. I've spoken to naval attaché, and he informs me that it would be possible to run supply convoys for Königsberg into the recently captured port of Lipaja. Large enough to accommodate barges to make this worthwhile? I mean, absolutely. Like I said, we need more and more and more support. So I'm going to authorize this. We need as much supply support as possible. Comprehensive studies. Oh my goodness, we absolutely should do this study. This is what the Germans did not do, was do a comprehensive study of what they would have to deal with when in Russia. We should absolutely make this study. So commission a comprehensive study, and hopefully we can show him that a full impact of Soviet winter is going to be way too dangerous to fight in, and that we need that Soviet winter clothing. Relocate conversion, rail conversion, I'm definitely going to accept. So we're going to go ahead and Brest-Smolensk line. And we're also going to try to relocate further from the depot compared to the current FSB at Königsberg. So Vilnius. So that's actually much closer. Yes. I would recommend this option. This is obviously the closest we can get to, so I'm going to move to Vilnius. We could also go to Grodno, but I think Vilnius is the right decision. It's right there next to all of our other troops, and hopefully this is going to bring us a lot of necessary supplies to move on into Riga here. We've also got the Einsatzgruppe AGC. I could think of any instance where rear echelon troops were ordered to precede the bulk of the Wehrmacht into recently captured enemy territory. So we could send these guys. I understand the Decisive for rapid rail conversion, but excessive casualties amongst the Einsatzgruppe won't help the cause. Greater protection and less adventurous approach is required. I'm going to say instigate a protective doctrine and see if we can't help out the Einsatzgruppe a little bit. Sadly, we've lost relations with Brauchwitz, and we really do need to increase the relations with him. Alright, I think those are pretty good decisions. I hope so, anyway. And let's take a look at our relationship with these guys. So far, Brauchwitz does not like us. Wagner is distrustful, but just about everyone else has pretty good feelings about us, if not neutral. And General Gerke, he's got trains. I don't have to worry as much about trucks as I do trains, although as you can see, we could certainly use some of those trucks as well. So let's go ahead and end the turn and see what the Soviets are going to do here. Yes, we have delegated a number of decisions. Alright, a lot of AI initialization here. This probably means they're going to be doing some complex stuff, possibly even attacking us. It looks for once they're not pulling back, they're just reinforcing their existing lines. And they're moving into Finland a little bit, so I'm going to have to start fighting back in Finland. I didn't want that front to start moving at all, but if they're going to start pushing into the country, we have a duty to fight back. Not a single attack on us yet. They're certainly lining up in front of Kiev. Okay, there we go, guys. So they did attack us, and they were actually victorious here. Once again, they were victorious, pushing us back here in the center. I didn't expect them to be very strong here near Polotsk, but they're definitely pushing back, so we've got to be careful. 2 attacks by the Soviets. That is worrying, especially this early on in the fight. July 20th, 1941. But we just have to keep up the fight, of course. We're going to start our turn. We were pinned down by a pillbox until the flamethrower detachment arrived. The jet of flame reached and licked its way inside. I had a look afterwards and saw what it had done. The Russians had black skin. It sucked back onto the bones as if all the moisture was gone. We feel invincible. The Russians stand like stupefied mannequins as we charge straight through them. So the morale is high amongst the men. That is good. I'm going to take a look here at Riga quickly and just see, can we attack? Yes, we can, guys. So we got our movement back, and I'm going to have to do this attack now, because if we could take Riga in this turn, before I end it, I would be very happy. I'm going to send the SS in. Attack. If it doesn't break after the first attack, I will try again. I don't give a damn. So let's go ahead and we'll list attackers once again. We're just going to have to work these guys down, guys, little by little. That time we actually had to retreat, but we certainly did a lot of damage to the enemy before the retreat. And I'm going to quickly move these guys in here and see if we can't get one more attack out of these guys. I'm even going to move this guy here and try to use this guy to attack. I think we need to be more careful now. I'm getting a bit desperate, and that's not always a good thing. So let's be careful, and we can take Riga eventually now. Now we know that it's within our grasp. I am going to try to hit this unit, though. These guys are a nice little chunk of the enemy, and I'd love to do some damage, especially with our tank. Fall out! Beautiful. We broke the unit. That's exactly what I wanted, and that's definitely going to help us. Anyway, guys, we got to end the turn here. I hope you are enjoying this so far. If you are, make sure to let me know down below. And indeed, look at that. We got our fuel back. That feels pretty damn good. I think it was a good idea to move the HQ a bit closer to our front line. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day, and glory to the right.